Breaking news tonight. Police lights flashing outside a high-end home near Baseline and the Fry Road area. Emergency dispatch, 911, what's your emergency? A panicked voice. Help, someone's broken in. My partner. He's not responding. There's blood. So much blood. October 15th, 2023. One of Houston's most exclusive neighborhoods, River Oaks, turns into the setting for a nightmare that would ripple across oceans. A 56-year-old wealthy property developer from Dubai is found lifeless in his study. His American companion insists it was a violent burglary that spiraled out of control. But as detectives dug deeper, the picture shifted dramatically. What looked like a tragic random attack unraveled into something far more deliberate and chilling. This is the account of Sheikh Ahmed al-Rashid, a multimillionaire with deep family roots, multiple households, and an unexpected vulnerability. And it's the story of Sophia Jade Voss, a charismatic woman whose pursuit of security and luxury hit a ruthless drive that ended in tragedy. What unfolded was a cross-continental tale of attraction, cunning strategy, and lethal ambition rooted in raw human desire for more. Welcome to Crime Unveiled, where we expose the shadows behind the headlines. A huge thank you to our dedicated community and subscribers. Your engagement keeps these stories coming. Stick around for fresh, in-depth looks at the cases that grip the world. And if you haven't yet, tap subscribe, you'll want to see what's next. To grasp how Ahmed met his end, we need to look at the life he built. Born in 1967 amid Dubai's old quarters, Ahmed watched his hometown evolve from a humble trading hub into a dazzling global powerhouse. Raised surrounded by privilege, elite tutors, European getaways, generational fortune, he stepped into adulthood already holding the keys to influence. His father had been a pioneer in the oil boom that funded modern Dubai. By the time Ahmed finished school, he wasn't just rich. He commanded a sprawling portfolio. Soaring hotels, towering residences, vast commercial developments spanning the Emirates. Yet Ahmed stood apart from many heirs. He had a keen strategic sense that earned respect from seasoned partners. Instead of burning cash on extravagance, he channeled his 20s into growing the family holdings. By 30 he'd nearly doubled their reach. By 40, tripled it. His personal world mirrored Emirati tradition. At 28 he wed his first wife, Layla Khalid, from a respected trading lineage. Their wedding stretched over days, a lavish affair few could match. Layla embodied grace and intellect, multilingual, business-educated, equally at home in heritage circles and cosmopolitan settings. Together they raised two bright children, son Tariq in 96, sharp like his dad yet kind-hearted, daughter Noor in 99, whose joy and curiosity echoed Ahmed's own youthful spark. Islamic tradition allows up to 4 wives when a man can provide fairly. 5 years into his first marriage, Ahmed chose again. In 2000 he married Noor al-Hadi, a 23-year-old teaching graduate whose drive to improve lives matched her striking presence. Noor excelled academically, spoke multiple languages, and envisioned building schools for those in need. Their home became a vibrant space where 2 accomplished women raised children and backed a husband whose vision kept expanding. Their daughter Layla arrived in 2001, rounding out what seemed an ideal arrangement. Ahmed cherished his 3 children, balanced attention between his wives, and possessed riches most could only imagine. But his sights soon turned westward. Around 2015, he began eyeing U.S. markets with the focus he once gave Dubai's rise. While others chased Manhattan or L.A., he zeroed in on Texas. Its energy, space, and potential felt fresh and independent. In 2018, he poured $50 million into Texas properties. Upscale apartments, offices, retail spaces across Houston, Dallas, Austin. Within 2 years that stake climbed past $85 million. Beyond profits, America offered something personal. Breathing room away from family scrutiny, a chance to operate as simply a savvy investor rather than the heir to centuries-old expectations. He started spending months stateside, sometimes with one family, sometimes the other, but more often alone after 2020, citing urgent deals or site visits. His wives saw the shift as career demands. What they missed was Ahmed's growing hunger for something missing in his ordered existence: unpredictability, privacy, the thrill of reinvention. If this tale of ambition and hidden motives has you hooked, drop a like and subscribe. We explore the psychology driving these international mysteries. Sophia Jade Voss entered the world in August 1987 in Houston's tough Fifth Ward. Her earliest memories were shaped in a community of stark contrasts: historic faith communities next to hardship, generational families watching as addiction tore through streets. Her mother, Carla Voss, raised her while scrubbing floors at downtown hospitals after long shifts. Carla's own mother had cleaned River Oaks mansions, returning with tales of opulence that dwarfed their reality. Sophia's father, Marcus, built luxury towers by day but returned to scarcity each night. He started spending months stateside, sometimes with one family, sometimes the other, but more often alone after 2020, citing urgent deals or site visits. His wives saw the shift as career demands. What they missed was Ahmed's growing hunger for something missing in his ordered existence: unpredictability, privacy, the thrill of reinvention. If this tale of ambition and hidden motives has you hooked, drop a like and subscribe. We explore the psychology driving these international mysteries. Sophia Jade Voss entered the world in August 1987 in Houston's tough Fifth Ward. Her earliest memories were shaped in a community of stark contrasts: historic faith communities next to hardship, generational families watching as addiction tore through streets. Her mother, Carla Voss, raised her while scrubbing floors at downtown hospitals after long shifts. Carla's own mother had cleaned River Oaks mansions, returning with tales of opulence that dwarfed their reality. Sophia's father, Marcus, built luxury towers by day but returned to scarcity each night. He instilled discipline, read to her early, stressed schooling as the escape route. Sophia took those lessons and reshaped them. Education wasn't just survival, it was preparation for a life free of want. Even young, she read social cues like a map, spotting favoritism, sensing moneyed classmates, charming adults for small edges. By 10 she adjusted her tone, stance, words to fit any room. Middle school brought beauty and social finesse. She made people feel seen, recalled details others ignored, moved seamlessly between worlds. High school sharpened her instincts. Attention came easily, leniency followed. Outside class she learned beauty's real power. She gravitated to upscale venues, private clubs, gallery events, charity galas, positioning herself near men who could shift trajectories. Her approach was patient, no rush for gifts. She listened deeply, remembered details, offered understanding their lives lacked. By 20 she excelled at becoming essential to affluent, emotionally unmet men, not through overt means, but through attentive presence and shared curiosity. Her early serious connection was with a mid-40s energy executive, recently single. It lasted 2 years, ending smoothly when he remarried within his circle. But it gifted her insight into wealthy thinking, plus introductions and confidence navigating serious money. Time pressed, though. At 35 she saw younger faces competing, realized her prime advantage wouldn't last forever. She needed one decisive connection, someone with vast resources, cultural differences that might lower defenses, and enough isolation to make influence easier. By early 2022, Sophia was searching intently for that final opportunity. March 12, 2022. Houston's Petroleum Club crowns a downtown tower, its dining room a quiet stage for energy titans sealing multimillion deals. Ahmed hadn't planned to join, real estate wasn't oil. But his Texas lawyer pushed. Key connections happened here, over private tables. That Saturday Ahmed reviewed condo conversions at a property he'd bought for $35 million. His attorney suggested lunch at the club to spread plans safely. Sophia arrived as a guest of a member's wife, part of a casual group. She'd recently lost a comfortable setup when a boyfriend's fiancé demanded assets back. At 35 she refused to slide backward. She'd researched exclusive spots, built ties for access. When Ahmed entered with his lawyer, she clocked him instantly, not the flashiest, but different: European tailoring, understated luxury watch, quiet self-assurance. More telling, a subtle solitude despite company. The meet unfolded naturally. The wife knew the lawyer from charity work, stopped by, introduced friends. Standard elite courtesy, names, connections, polite probes. When Sophia's turn came, the friend framed her as an art consultant with sharp taste in new talent. Ahmed engaged seriously, asking about Houston's scene, admitting gaps in his knowledge of local contemporary work. Sophia answered thoughtfully, inquired about his developments, showed real interest. 20 minutes later, Ahmed asked his lawyer to get her details for possible consulting on art for his projects. Hours later her number reached his phone. Days later he called. Weeks later coffee turned to dinners, gallery walks, talks far beyond paintings. For Ahmed, Sophia brought spontaneity, cultural insight, personal interest in him, not his title or fortune. For her, he was the jackpot: global scale, blind spots, resources to secure her forever. Neither saw the collision course they'd started. If you're drawn in and want the full descent into betrayal, subscribe now, there's much more ahead. By spring 2022, their connection deepened carefully. Ahmed, bound by faith and family, moved slowly. Sophia adapted, never pushing, always available, offering business wisdom that felt invaluable. Meetings started professional: site visits, market explanations, social navigation. She became his quiet asset in a foreign landscape. By summer, they traveled together to Austin for a historic rebuild. Her help bridging preservation rules and profit goals showed Ahmed what he'd lacked: a true collaborator in ambition. Guilt crept in during family calls. He omitted details. Visits stretched longer, excuses multiplied. Sophia absorbed everything: portfolio value nearing $95 million, independent U.S. structures, minimal family oversight. Crucial details for anyone plotting control. Their bond grew intense yet restrained. Hours discussing visions, cultures, futures. Ahmed leaned harder on her perspective, even in major choices. September brought an Italy trip, 10 days scouting hotels in Rome and Milan. For him, testing partnership under pressure. For her, mapping finances, lawyers, habits, vulnerabilities. First-class privacy let casual talk of multimillion moves. Luxury stays felt ordinary to him. No show, just environment. Meetings showed his skill yet cultural gaps. Sophia smoothed them while memorizing contacts, patterns, trust signals. In Milan, he confessed, she'd reshaped his view of partnership, trust, decisions. A declaration granting immense sway. That night she activated plans, calls to relatives, questionable advisors, setting theft and worse in motion. Back in Houston, Ahmed was smitten. Sophia held every key needed. If the tension's building for you, like and subscribe. The shocks keep coming. Fall 2022 through summer 2023, Ahmed shuttled continents. Sophia immersed in his Texas world. She studied relentlessly, arriving early, leaving late, mastering contracts, staff, systems. To outsiders, devoted fiancé stepping up. In truth, mapping for takeover. The empire, dozens of properties, complex LLC web for protection and taxes. Sophia learned leverage points, quick transfer assets, employee trust patterns. She built alliances, managers, leasing heads, even his lawyer, gaining signature power, decision input. Psychologically, she tracked triggers: fatigue after flights, late-night openness, family distance stress. She nurtured dependence while aligning pieces for liquidation. Contacts from past ties provided exit channels, fast sales, discreet moves, contingencies. By September, as Ahmed left for Dubai family events, Sophia controlled millions in authority, knew every vulnerability, and had a window: his October return. September 2023. While Ahmed celebrated in Dubai, Sophia met a contact in a busy parking lot. Careful, coded signals. The man, experienced, disciplined, low profile. Conversation, hushed, document covered, napkins diagrammed then pocketed. She outlined: wealthy fiancé, near total U.S. control, inheritance hurdles under tradition. Solution: staged burglary killing. She plays survivor, liquidates fast, pays handsomely for clean work and exit. He asked logistics, routines, security gaps, timing, evidence avoidance. Agreed to consider. Days later, confirmation. October 10th, Ahmed landed, gifts and plans in hand, thrilled for their future. Sophia greeted with perfect warmth. Days passed normally: business catch-up, wedding talk, home time, building a picture of ordinary happiness. October 15th, Ahmed's final morning: breakfast, office, routine goodbye. Sophia tidied meticulously. Evening, she left for a class, house quiet. Around 8:45 a.m. man slipped through an unlocked lower window. Ahmed worked alone in his study. 2 swift blows, 1 fatal. Rooms tossed for show, small valuables taken. 10:03 p.m., Sophia's frantic call: break in, he's bleeding, hurry! Officers found her distraught, bloodied from trying to help. Initial sympathy. But cracks appeared fast. Unlocked entry, no forced marks. Thieves skipping obvious valuables. Then phones. Location data placed Sophia at a key meet when she claimed elsewhere. More pulls, calls, texts, purchases linking her and the suspect. Cash matched stolen bills. Store video. The weapon bought days prior. Evidence snowballed. Overwhelming. October 17th. Arrests at dawn. Sophia mid-funeral prep. The accomplice at home. Capital murder, conspiracy, theft charges. Trials 2024. Accomplice took plea, life, no parole, for testimony. Sophia claimed manipulation, innocence. Prosecution laid bare records, footage, finances, systematic seduction, control grab, execution for gain. Jury, guilty across charges. Sentence, death row, lethal injection. Appeals ongoing, innocence insisted. Ahmed returned to Dubai for burial. Family inherited, sold U.S. holdings, donated proceeds to victim support. Statement, he trusted deeply, that trust was betrayed. His goodness endures. Children lead the empire now, stronger safeguards, wiser eyes. This case exposes deadly overlaps, affection twisted by greed, tradition meeting calculated deception. A man seeking connection met a predator exploiting every opening. Sophia's chase for escape from struggle consumed everything, including herself. Awareness matters. Romance can blind. Predators refine tactics yearly. Share this if it resonates. Subscribe for more raw truths. Stay vigilant. Your instincts might protect someone, perhaps you. In darkness, knowledge is the strongest light.